So, hi everyone, this is David from Hotspot. Today we're joined by VKS support Trymbi, ahead of the League of Legends World Championship. So, first of all, welcome.
Hello.
How does it feel to be back here at Worlds? This time, actually, not through the LEC, but
Yeah.
through the LTA. So, tell me a little bit more about it.
First of all, hello. Yeah, it's quite of a different mix-up, I would say now. It feels quite strange at first, for sure, because I still treat myself as a, of course, European representative. So it gets a bit tricky sometimes to think. And yeah, I already saw a lot of teams around here from EU. Not many remember me still, sadly. I wish I was more friendly to people when I was in EU, so I could have more friends. But it's nice to see all the EU representatives, and yeah, I'm happy to be here. Honestly, at first this year at least, at first I thought it would be quite hard, and it was really challenging. But we made it at the end of the day, and honestly, I'm just glad I can be here and try to make things work.
How's the preparation been? Because I've heard a little bit and also went through Twitter. Obviously about you guys having a little bit of troubles traveling here. So I guess that obviously has impacted you guys in your preparation. But have you got to the chance to at least play a few scrims and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, we actually got to play I think it was 2 days of scrims in total, because as you said, we had quite a bit of troubles. How's it called? We were supposed to fly. I don't know. I think it was 8th evening, the Brazilian time, but then basically our flight got cancelled. I don't know what was going on that day, but quite a bit of flights got cancelled, and we had to wait at the airport for 6 hours to figure things out. It was midnight at the time.
Yeah.
So basically, we were on no sleep, traveling the next day, and I think in total
very
it took us more than 40 hours. I think it was 45 to 50 hours of traveling, because it was from Brazil, so it was instead of having 2 international flights, we had 3 of them, I think, in total.
Okay.
Plus we had a lot of layover
Yeah,
time, because they tried to schedule our flights to get them as fast as we can, which basically meant that I think we had in total 13 hours of layover time. So it was quite. Yeah, it was quite drastic. It felt very draining, and the jet lag doesn't help now too, for sure.
Are you still feeling the jet lag?
Yeah, for sure. The sleep has been just really hard, even though I think the hotel that we got is I don't know, from my experiences at Worlds, it was already, this time it's the 4th, I feel like it's the best hotel we got. So I guess it's getting better each year, which is, crazy to think. I'm really, I think Riot is actually really, really, really welcoming.
Okay.
And yeah, even then, I think the jet lag, it's my first time ever I truly experienced jet lag, because when I was in Korea, I didn't feel it that much. But maybe it's because of Brazil and China travel,
I think so.
just since it's such a big distance, right? So yeah, I guess the Brazilian representatives got a bit demolished once again.
Got
but
the debuff at the start of the championship.
sadly, but yeah, there's gonna be a lot of debuffs, but hopefully we can make things work.
Okay, perfect. So I kind of want to ask you, obviously, as the Brazilian team, I guess.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know there are a lot of passionate Brazilian fans out there. As someone who has lived both the LEC and the enthusiasm from the LEC fans and the Brazilian fans, is there any difference? Do you see any differences? What do you love about both European but also Brazilian fans?
I can definitely see differences, how is it called? The passion in Brazil, when it comes to how fans view game, is way different, but it has its good and bad sides, I would say. For instance,
everything in life, basically.
No, for sure, yeah. But this one was pretty extreme for me, because that's first time I experienced this much passionate love and hate at the same time. For instance, when we went first split, we went 8th, because we lost first 2 best of 3s, and basically we were out because of the format. I was walking out on stage, and basically the guy was cursing me out, and he had a VKS jersey on stage.
Okay.
And I couldn't understand anything, because of course it was in Portuguese, but I just looked at him, and his face was I don't know how to explain. It was full hatred, you know. So this is scary, but I understand why, it is a lot of passion, and they're extremely emotional about how they like view things, and I understand that, you know, they just want to make sure that their teams is actually like on the top, and they try to support it as much as they can. So I do think throughout the whole year I felt a lot of support from the fans, and I do appreciate it, you know, even though, right, there's gonna be bittersweet times and
sure.
maybe sometimes a bit too much different feelings. I still think it's something that I did miss at some point in EU, because I felt like there, you know, things were pretty stale. And even though I know a lot of fans who are very passionate, maybe it was because of the teams I played in. Just felt like, you know, I didn't have this true support, you know, that I feel in Brazil. So that is for sure like quite different feeling. There's like connection between like player and the team and the organization and the fans.
Got it. I wanted obviously now to talk about your team, because obviously not many people probably can follow the LTA South as much. Can
I
you
don't
tell
think
us?
many people watch
I mean,
it.
like us Western fans, I think probably it's a little bit tougher.
For sure,
like
yeah.
European fans. Can you tell us a little bit more about like what kind of team is VKS? Like how do you guys generally play? What's like the standout player or play style that you guys have? Identity that you have?
Yeah, we're still quite of a new team itself, because our core got changed between second and first split.
Yeah.
We added Miru for our mid lane, which helped massively improve the like quite a lot of areas, you know, especially like the carry area and the way we kind of wanted to play. So like we're, yeah, as I said, we're kind of new, but when I would have to explain how we are as a team, I think one good thing about us is that we're trying to be quite active with the play. Of course, sometimes I feel like we get a bit stun locked in our first game, so I think best of ones might be not ideal for us. That's for sure. I think our first games get a bit messy, or like not even messy, like it just feels like we're very stale. But I think when we're in our comfort zone, I think that's where we like are able to truly get leads and try to play off of them, because we are a team that likes to actually like play more like micro and early game oriented style. And even though it's probably not gonna be the best for Worlds 2, cause right, like you can't, it's hard to cheese your way out, you know. And I don't wanna also think about it this way, that, you know, we can only win throughout cheesing. I think from Brazil, at least looking at the past and from what I heard about other teams, I think we're like one of the really few teams coming out of Brazil region that actually tries to play macro and tries to like play advantages through the map movement. So I really hope we can showcase that too, because these teams are gonna be hard to face. But I think if we can stay cool and play our game, I think we can show some good League of Legends.
Got it. As someone who has played like support for a very long time now, how do you think is the support role currently in this year's meta? Because like we usually try to highlight jungle support, but I feel like jungle mid has also been very important this year. How's the role of the support changed compared to like previous year or even like during this season?
I think there's like different play styles of how you want to play support, but for sure trying to impact the game as much as you can, especially throughout early to mid game, is something that a lot of supports right now thrive on. And that's something that also I'm trying to like encourage and try to make sure that I can help my team through that.
Yes.
I think right now there's a lot of good players, and I think the support meta itself too hasn't changed much compared to the patch previously. So I think the support will be like probably the most stale one out of all of the other roles, because I think every other role felt like got quite big changes for their respective roles.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're still gonna, especially in best of one, I think people just choose their comforts, and that's gonna be probably the main game of the tournament. But I think it was like this in 23, where like meta was very stale around like Alistar and Rel, but then we went into like, and it was not even Fearless, right, at the time. And then we went into playoffs and everything drastically changed, 180 degrees, and people started just picking full enchanters. So I do think there can be an angle where like people will just start picking ranges and try to actually win lanes heavily, especially with like buffs like Caitlyn and stuff. So yeah, I hope we can show that too, you know, that we can like change a little bit the meta. But for sure, you know, the same picks are gonna be picked, right? The Nico, Alistar, maybe Rel, maybe Rakan. That's probably gonna be the main game as of now.
Got it. One last question. I've been asking all the players I've interviewed their top 5 from their role. So like I kind of want to know your top 5 supports here at Worlds, and also ideally why. Like explain me the reasons why you would rank them.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I mean, I really. So I think Duro is the player that improved so much lately and like throughout the year. But I'm not sure if I can put him as a top one support in the world. I think he's really insane right now. But I still think from top one I would put maybe on, like us, and then maybe Duro top two.
Okay.
I just think those two are like incredible with the way they play. I think after, let me think. I really like, I'm a carrier based person. I
Okay.
really think carrier is insane still. And regardless of the fact that he's fourth, I just think he's like so knowledgeable. I just felt like it's a shame to put him less than top three. So I would put him on top three, and then, but think about it. I still think I'm not sure how to put LPS supports overall because I'm not that familiar with the region much. Like I'm trying to watch as much as I can, but supports have been quite drastic with the things that are going there. I feel like supports play a bit different game,
Okay.
and I really like the way LCK does. So I would put like Delight on four, and fifth. Since I'm European, I would just honestly, I feel like I would just put Mickey. Like I'll just
Okay.
Mickey X.
Yeah. This is probably the first time I've heard like an EU player in our top five.
I would just put it top five. People hate me, but that's life.
Okay, last message to the fans. I kind of wanted to highlight something before we run off. So obviously you were among the rogue lineup that made it to the top 8 at Worlds 2022.
Was a long time
Do you
ago,
consider
yeah.
yourself a lucky charm for you?
If I'm a lucky charm, I wish I could think like this. I hope so. I genuinely hope so. I mean, the rogue one. I mean, I don't think it was much luck at the tournament. We actually, I think, were solid that year.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, like my first year as well was like really close. Sadly, we lost to C9 with Perks, which is it's actually quite disgusting if you think about it now. But I mean, Perks is insane. No, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. He's in the video, right? He's in the world's video. He has to be insane, of course. He is there. So. Like I do think I was close many times, and even with Fnatic, we lost to Weibo, and I believe it was 2-1, and we didn't Weibo go to finals or like, wait, was it finals or semi-finals against T1 in 23? I think it might have been semis. Maybe I'm trolling. Because I don't know what was the 23 finals
I'm
of
blanking
Worlds.
out right now.
Yeah,
actually.
so I'm sorry. This
It's
is hard
fine.
questions,
Yeah,
my bad.
it's-
He was not ready. This is how it feels when he's asking me questions sometimes.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Getting interviewed back.
Yeah, we lost 2-1, and I was like 1 win away in order to get quarters too. So I do think I'm always like close there, almost there. So I hope for this team I can make it work too. And honestly, if we can get to quarters, I think it's gonna be, the Brazilian fans, they're gonna go mental. So I really hope we can make it work.
Message to the fans, both Brazilian and you pick.
Sadly I don't speak Portuguese, that's life, but for the EU fans and of course Brazilians too, I really appreciate all the support. I know it's been hard to follow my journey this year because of like the change and the change of overall like the regions, but whoever's keep watching, keep supporting me, or like still remembers about me, I really appreciate every single one of you, and I really hope I can make things. I said make things work 10 times at this point, but I really hope I can show that I still got it, and I can actually play some good League of Legends with my team, because that's the most important for the fans and for myself.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Trymbi. That was a lovely one.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And good luck with the Swiss stage.